morning, all you amazing, beautiful people out there. I hope you all are waking up and feeling good for the day. I'm going to wait just a couple minutes to see if some people pop on. I'm going to take a couple drinks of coffee, and then I'm going to start on my attitude of gratitude. For those of you that are watching this recorded already, yesterday I asked people what were 3 things they liked about their weekend, and I was a little bummed out that nobody answered that question. So if anybody wants to answer it and share with me 3 things they were grateful for from this weekend. And then I said I was going to ask a question of the day, and today I think hey guys, today I think I'm going to ask if quarantine gets lifted and we are able to do whatever we want, what is the first thing you're going to do whenever it gets lifted? A friend of mine, Danny, we were talking about this the other day, and we were actually talking about how it makes us a little bit nervous, but we're also kind of excited about whenever that day comes. So I have not come up with an answer myself, but something I should be thinking about, because at some point we are going to be able to go wherever we want again. I'm just going to pause right here for a moment, because, and for those of you that like my crazy little bunny trails, what is this? It's like, I had this talk the other day with a friend of mine. It's just new growth, but it doesn't know where it belongs, so it just ends up sticking up all the time. It's ridiculous. I'll push it down, and then it just pops back up eventually. I need to go get my hair done. I need some girl time. I don't know. Anyway, enough of that. So I want to keep going on the attitude of gratitude that I have been doing. I see that there's some people up there. It's not really showing me who. But for those of you that are watching, good morning. So I wanted to keep going with my attitude of gratitude. The one that I picked out to do this week, let me put it in front of me so I'm not constantly looking off the camera there. The one I wanted to do this, hey, Maggie just popped up. Rosaria just popped up. Man, I miss my clients so much. It's ridiculous. You guys have no idea how much I miss you. I'll be so glad to get back to work. Anyway, so the attitude of gratitude that I picked out for the rest of this week was, this one's a little bit different from the one that we had last week. Yeah, so I guess I should explain why I was late. I was late because my sleep schedule got a little bit off, and I didn't wake up until about 20 minutes ago. So that's what's up. And I'm not gonna lie, a small part of me was like, just skip it today, nobody will notice. But I'm pretty sure, my luck, a lot of people would notice if I didn't do it today. But anyway, so the gratitude list that I picked up for this week was my morning gratitude, list 5 things you are grateful for. This one wasn't on the one last week, and that's something I'm more familiar with, so I'm really glad that to be getting back to that. I really think it's important for me to really recognize the small things that I'm grateful for, because if not, then I take everything for granted, and I'm a pretty selfish person, so that's pretty easy to do, unfortunately, but that's the truth. The other one was a person that I am grateful for. Again, hey Zane. Again, just like taking things for granted, I will take people for granted. I don't understand how valuable they are until I really start thinking about it. So I like the fact that this gratitude list had that on there. What was the best part of my day? So I'm going to be doing these in the morning. It talks about you would fill out the morning gratitude, things you're grateful for, and then at the end you would do what was the best part of your day. I'm going to do a little bit different. I do this thing called peak and valley. So even if I have completely forgotten to, hey Heather, even if I've completely forgotten to do my attitude of gratitude, right? I wake up, say Grayson pops in bed with me, and it's early in the morning, and then we're getting off ready to go to school and I'm going to go to work, and it's just like completely chaotic, and I never took a moment to be still and meditate and calm down. And so how do I fix that? At the end of the day, because I haven't done my attitude of gratitude, at the end of the day, what I do is peak and valley. Peak and valley is what's the best part of my day and what's the worst part of my day. And I always start off with the worst one, always, because I always want to end things on a good note. So, like my valley yesterday my valley yesterday was that freaking coffee bot. Today it worked out wonderful. It didn't give me any problems. I did have to threaten it mafia style, but hey, it worked. I got my coffee this morning, all right? But yesterday, it wasn't working at all, and it was like seriously infuriating me. So that was probably my valley. That was the worst part of my day, and that really wasn't that bad in the big picture of things, right? If that's the worst of my problems today, I've got some pretty easy problems. But the valley, the peak of my day, so that was the valley. My peak would have been being able to make bread with my daughter. The bread turned out great yesterday. Sometimes it doesn't. And I was doing it all on video, so that made it a little bit more interesting. But the bread turned out great. I got to spend some amazing time with my daughter. So that was my peak and valley. And so I really like the fact that that's on this gratitude list that I picked out for this week. And then the last thing that's on here, because there's 4 things, the last thing that's on here is daily self-care. I find this very, very necessary, is self-care. Hey Mike, how you doing? So, you know, you hear me post a lot on my page, self-care is the best care. And the reason I do is not because I think people should be selfish, but I think that it really helps whenever you are fueling your body the way you need it to be fueled, that you are taking care of you the way you need to be taken care of. Especially with being on quarantine, like, I'll be really honest, the whole, like, hygiene thing around here has been a little lax. This is like embarrassing to say, but like, I'm not showering every single day. I'm stuck indoors. Like, it is what it is. I'm sorry, that's gross, it's honest, but hey, it is what it is. But like, that's the one thing that I haven't done. When I was going to work, I was definitely like jumping up and showering every day, but now I can get away with skipping a shower. So those are some things that are like basic self-care that I need. So, you know, there might be a thing where I have to be like, no, listen, I need to go shower. It's one of those things I enjoy. I need to go take a bath, so I need to go do that for me. Even things like going for a walk. We may not like going for a walk. We may not like having to do that much exercise, but right now we need to. Exercise is a great way to manage stress, anxiety, and all that other garbage. So like, for me, self-care might look like me going for a walk and exercising. And, you know, sitting down and doing this gratitude list might be one of those things too. So I really liked the fact that that was on there. So now that I've explained the attitude of gratitude that I'm doing this week, I'm going to go ahead and walk through it with you guys. Again, like I said yesterday, if anybody's interested in any of the gratitude ideas that I talked about yesterday, just drop me your email and I will be glad to send those to you. There was a bunch of fun ones. I know that my kids and they don't know this yet. But they're going to be doing some with me, and it'll be interesting to see what we come up with. Anyway, so the 5 things that I'm grateful for today. I am grateful for the birds that are singing. I love the sound of birds in the morning. It makes everything seem, I don't know, a little bit brighter, a little bit more positive, a little bit more optimistic. So I'm digging the birds this morning. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful how warm it is. Oh my gosh. Being able to sit outside and chit chat with you guys in my short sleeve shirt, like, that's pretty awesome. So that's one thing that I'm grateful for. Something else is, so I need to come up with 5, so I need to move a lot faster than that. I'm grateful for all the smiles that have been in my home. All of my kids have kind of rebalanced things out in this last week. I have rebalanced things out in this last week. So we've got a lot of happy little faces in our house. I am grateful that I live in Roxana School District. They supply the kids with these meal kits. We picked up our meal kits yesterday. I am very, very, very grateful for Roxana School District for supplying that with us. It's been such an amazing godsend to be able to have that extra food come in. Good morning, Larry. How are you doing? Something else I am grateful for. I think that was my fourth one. I am grateful for my car. My car is really, really rough shape. It is. And I really had planned on having a better vehicle by now. But now that quarantine has hit, I just don't have the finances for it. So I am very, very grateful that my little clunker of a car is still working and still gets me where I need to be. You know, I have to borrow people's vehicles a lot to get to, you know, place A to place B and all that crap. But I am very, very appreciative of my little tiny car. It looks rough. It looks like it's beat up. It's like a skateboard on wheels type of deal. Just go grocery getter. But I am very, very appreciative of my car. I'm a person that I'm grateful for today. Yesterday, I talked about Quentin. So just to keep this fair, I don't want my kids coming after me whenever I'm in like my 80s and then be like, oh, you said Quentin was your favorite, have him take care of you. So, you know, I'm just being a mom that's covering all our bases here, right? All right, so today, the person I'm grateful for is my daughter, Serena. Serena is always like comedic relief. Her and I have the same personality. So there's things where something will be happening in the house and her and I will just look at each other and just bust up laughing. We have a really good relationship now. We didn't always have a good relationship. Like I've mentioned before, I am in recovery. So there was a time to where my kids did not want to be around me. They were actually kind of scared of me because of how mentally unstable I was at that time. So we've come a really long way, and I am very, very grateful that my daughter wants to hang out with me the way she does. She is always willing to help me out. She is amazing, absolutely amazing with my youngest one, Grayson. And she's such a good girl, very hardworking, very diligent. She's got straight A's. Like, her hobby is studying foreign languages. Her hobby is to study foreign languages. I don't know where she gets it at. Don't know. But she is an amazing, bright, cheerful teenager, and I am very, very lucky to be able to have a kid like that in my life, and to be able to be her mama. Like, how freaking awesome is that? Larry, doing the best I can. Hope you have a great day, beautiful. Everything goes well. You too, Larry. Hey, Autumn. Hey, Stephanie. So the other thing on my gratitude list today is my daily self-care, and it says to name 3 things. I'm going to go for a walk. I've talked about that already. Don't know about you guys, but I've noticed that I've packed on some weight. I noticed my jeans are getting a little bit tighter. Not that I'm having to do the whole lay down, suck in, and zip thing. I'm not there yet, but I'm just saying they're getting a little uncomfortable. So, the whole going for a walk is going to become a necessity for me. I'm going to have to start working out a bit more. I'm only halfway through this quarantine, so I need to make sure that I keep that in check without being too ridiculous about it. Me and my weight has been a bit of a struggle. Not that I need to lose weight, but you know, whenever it gets in my headspace, it gets a little funky. I have some crazy emotions attached to it. So I need to make sure that I keep that balanced and that I'm always aware of what's going on with that. So I'm going to go for a walk. I am going to cook a couple of dinners. Things have been a little crazy around my house, and trying to manage videos and stuff for the studio and homeschooling the kids and keeping the house clean because everybody's living in my house. Then I'm going to make sure that I get, you know, what I need as far as that goes. So, I am also going to, I'm going to sit down today somehow, not sure how, but I'm going to sit down at some point today and I'm going to read. I have not been able to like study read in a long time, and that's really important to me. I need to keep my brain going. I need to feel like I'm actively learning something. So I'm going to do that for my self-care. And I already talked about the best part of my day whenever I was using this as an example. The best part of my day yesterday was making bread with my daughter. So that's all I got, I think. So today it's supposed to be in the 70s, y'all. 70 degrees. So if you have the chance, make sure you spend some time outside. I'm probably going to take my little one outside to blow bubbles. It's one of my favorite things to do. So make sure you get some time outside. Make sure you do something to take care of you. Do something that puts a smile on your face and a smile on somebody else's. I love you all. Have a great day. Namaste.